Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Tuesday, October the 25th, 2022. Today's General Hospital was slightly better than yesterday's. Slightly. Okay. We have Joss at Kelly's. Of course, Dex runs into her. Hello, Joss. And she's like, hi, Dex. How are you, Josh? I'm fine. Are you still working for Sunny? I said, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we So they have the exact same conversation that she has with him every time she sees him. Okay, Cameron is at GH. Elizabeth is about to go to Monterey, I think it is, where her Jeff and whoever the other person is. I forgot the name of Jeff's wife, or is it her sister? Whoever they live, and she's getting ready to go try to sneak in their house, break in their house, do whatever to find the information she needs. Terry's going with her, telling Finn they're going on some little medical seminar, and Terry's just taking Elizabeth along. And Terry's like, why don't you just call your parents and ask them? No, no, I can't do it that way, Terry. I have to get into their house and I have to be alone in there. Now she can't stand them. She has no, I don't know if she has traumatic visions in that house. Years ago with Jeff Weber, Laura Spencer had very traumatic memories. And something came out years ago regarding him. But anyway, oh no, wait a minute. Or was it Elizabeth? Hmm, I don't know. I forgot. I didn't care that much about that storyline. So anyway, she's getting ready to go adventures in Elizabeth land, not telling Finn anything. And Terry's like, just tell him the truth. He's a good doctor, Biz. He's a good man, Biz, and he'd be right there by your side, Biz. So, of course, she chose not to. Um, Gregory has little Violet, brought her to the hospital. She wants to go Halloween shopping for her costume. She wants her daddy to take her. She runs across a picture of Reiko on his phone. Daddy, who's this? And then he tells her the story, and he got sad. And Elizabeth comes in to say goodbye. And she goes, I make daddy sad. I found a picture on his phone and it made him sad. Oh, goodness gracious. So he Elizabeth says goodbye to him. She still doesn't tell him why she's really going, but she goes anyway. And then we have Nina and Ava talking. Nina's trying to give her a pep talk, trying to say, look, you were supposed to be here for recovery, but I think you're here hiding out. Like, how long do you plan on staying here? Not that I mind, but not for you to hide from your problems forever. So then she's like, she loves Nicholas, but she's not ready yet to go back to him. She doesn't know. He did a grand gesture. He pretty much put his life in my hands. And she goes, ooh, do tell, Ava. He confessed. He gave me a confession. He committed a crime? And Ava goes, no, I did. And he confessed. So anyway, uh, Nina has to go handle some call emergency, probably Metro Court. And Ava ends up going to look for the letter confession and opens up the paper that's in it. And it says missing something with a question mark. So now she knows she doesn't have the confession, but what Victor doesn't know is she has the taped confession in Nicholas's own voice on her phone. But let's see, was Ava smart enough to back that video up on the cloud? Was she smart enough? Or is it that stupid confession on her phone and her phone is going to get stolen, right? Once Nicholas lets out to Victor that, look, you may have the letter, but guess what? She's got a recording. Reason why Nicholas hasn't said anything, he knows Victor would then try to kill Ava. Really. That's why, because he knows that Victor has the letter. but he didn't say anything about, well, a lot of good that's going to do you. It's in my own voice, in my own face saying it. Ava has it. So we shall see where that's going to go. Victor's still saying you're going to divorce her because you put her over your own son. He goes, Spencer had a problem with me before Ava and I, were together. And Victor's like, but no, Spencer had a problem with Ava. And that's during the time when he thought you were dead, and you being with Ava has just been a wedge between you and your son. And she's not family. She's not your blood. She needs to go. So Nicholas is like, I'll handle it in my own time. And he goes, my boy, you think that I'm asking you, this is not a optional. And Nicholas is like, you know what, Uncle Victor, you seem to think you run my life. And he goes, oh, I do. So Nicholas was actually exerting himself. And one thing Victor didn't say is, I'll turn that letter over to the police. He didn't say that, because Nicholas would have said, go ahead, Esme's not dead. He didn't say that. He just said, I am going to make sure that I drive a wedge between you and your son. I can either help mend that relationship, or I can make sure that it's completely severed. And Nicholas just looked at his uncle like, it's funny. It's funny. Victor doesn't quite know how to handle Nicholas. It's so, because Nicholas is such a bumbler. You never know what stupid thing he's going to do. And Victor doesn't quite understand, how do I handle him? Because he really can't be intimidated. That's what's so interesting. So we'll see what Victor's next ace up his sleeve where Nicholas is concerned. So back to Joss and Dex. So Cam finishes up with GH with his mother, because she's giving him all kinds of instructions for taking care of his younger brothers. And he says, Mom, I got to go to work. So he goes to work, and there's Dex sitting there talking to Josh. And Cameron comes up. I think I said Spencer was at the hospital. Cameron was at the hospital. So Cameron comes up to them, hey, Josh. And then Dex says, well, look, you know what? I have to go, because you can see Josslyn was still doing her lecturing to him. Like she's all upset. And Cameron's like, is everything okay? And she just kind of looks. And Dex is like, no, I said something to her about her stepfather and it upset her. And he goes, it won't happen again, Joss. And he gets up and he leaves. So finally, Josslyn comes clean about rescuing Dex. And Spencer's like, I'm surprised you told me. And she goes, well, why surprised? And he goes, well, to tell you the truth, I already knew. And she goes, no, he just said, I'm surprised you told me. He goes, Josh, to tell you the truth, I already knew what happened with Dex. And she goes, how did you know? And he said, Michael told me. And Josslyn didn't say, well, why would Michael tell you? She just looked at him. And he says, but I'm surprised. Why didn't you tell me? She said, because I didn't want you involved in Sonny's mess. And I'm thinking, but you're involved? What makes it okay for you to be involved with Sonny's mess, but you didn't want me involved in Sonny's mess? That made no sense. But what Cameron was saying is, we haven't been in sync since, really with what got out with the sex tape, and they're just, she goes, yeah, you're right. You are right. They're not going to be together too much longer. I can already see. And Josslyn knows that she's trying to let him down easy, because she keeps telling Dex this, that, and the other. But now she's chasing after him, pining after him. Like she can't see straight for thinking about Dex. One interesting thing that happened with Josslyn, she called Trina. She's leaving her voice message. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having a good time. Please call me when you get a chance. See, Trina didn't pick up. And watch, it's going to end up being she's called Trina a couple of times. and Trina may not have picked up. And if so, then something is happening. You know, I was surprised. I was thinking maybe she would have talked to Trina, because then I would have said, okay, they're not doing nothing with that storyline. But no, Trina did not pick up. So we shall see what happens there. We shall see what's going to go on with that. And then the only other thing that happened, you know, I always fast forward Cody and Britt, but I did want to see what was in that safety deposit box. And it looks like it's the necklace that Cody's been on the trail for all along, because we always knew Cody was after something. Something he felt Britt had, and it's this necklace. Okay, she's like, woo, this thing is heavy. I wonder, is it real? So he has her give him he goes, give it here. She was like, what? He goes, no, do you have a compact? So he scratches it. He goes, diamond scratch glass. So she goes, wow, okay, I guess it's real, but you ruined my compact. So then she goes, okay, hand it over. And do you know, she goes, what are you doing? And he played it off like, oh no, I just never hit. No, you finally got your hands on the prize, right? So she decides, okay, I wonder, where did he get this from? I wonder what's going on. Why this, that, and the other? And I thought, Britt, all you have to do is take it to, look, I don't know about the PCPD. You might need to go to Chicago PD, maybe, right? Because the PCPD is going to lose it. But if it's stolen, it's been reported stolen. They could find out if the diamonds are stolen, because if they're not stolen, he left it to her. They're hers. Or quite frankly, did Peter leave that to him? No, he left it to Britt. I was going to say, did he leave it to Maxie or Britt? I think she tried to give it to Maxie, and Maxie didn't want it, gave it back to her, I think. If anybody knows how that really went, did Peter leave his stuff to Max? No, I think he left it to Britt. So, you know, if they're not stolen, they're hers. But you know what? This is going to now be Adventures in Britland. I already know this is going to be a reason for her to be off the show for a hot minute, if she's going to go on the adventures of these diamonds. But she put them back in the safety deposit box to leave them there. And Cody's like, wait, don't you want to take them with you? She goes, no, they're going to be safer here. And he's looking, he goes, so she locks them back up and gives them back to the owner of the place, or the manager, to put back into the vault. And he goes, well, what happens if you lose your key? So she puts it in her bra. She goes, oh, I won't lose the key. My mother taught me how to keep things safe. And he's just looking at her, and I thought, okay, he's gonna break into her house while she's at work. He's gonna try to steal the key, try to find the key, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, for sure, once the necklace, he saw it, I thought, okay, that's what he has been after all of this time. And it just took them forever to get to it. So let's go to Comment Corner. We got a ton of them. I'm not gonna read all of everything, but we'll breeze right through. Deborah says Holly has been washed from memories that she's been held by Victor. Yep. And I think Scorpio will catch Alex and then replace Alex for Anna, and she will try to find Lucy. Alex never does anything good. If anything, Alex is working for Victor, and she's laying low like she's supposed to be. Brenda says it's definitely not a Florida beach. With don't have rock formations like this. Maybe she means Florida beaches don't have rock formations like this in Jacksonville. Definitely looks like a beach. Looks like that beach where Carly and Drew were shown. She said it doesn't look like anything. A beach in Florida. Robin says, you did a good, funny recap. Whether Heather's mind has been controlled and she erased Anna's message on Robert's phone or not. She's got a good punch in on Victor. Your voice impressions Get the point across, and it makes the recaps funnier. Thank you, but I don't do good on the accents. Karen says, no hook killer lately. Taking a break, or is she locked up in Windermere? Karen says Holly had to catch her balance after slapping Victor. Watch that scene again. Drew had the same time frame too, missing 2 years. Karen said that as well. Nakisha says Nina definitely had a criminal record. Michael and Diane, that's right, reminded all of us during the visitation here in Hawaii. Yeah, Nina's dirty laundry got aired out with the Wiley hearings over custody, or visitation. Not that I will ever forget what Nina did to Ava. Michelle Stafford and Maura West killed those scenes of Avery's birth. I know. I'm telling you, I loved Michelle Stafford as Ava. Loved her. Wow. Now, Maura West has grown on me because I don't see Michelle Stafford and Nicholas clicking at all, as far as the vibe, but Maura West and Nicholas does. But, bottom line, Michelle Stafford was needed as Phyllis because there is not a Phyllis like Michelle Stafford. I love her on The Young and the Restless. Tanya says, boring Carly, Drew, Holly, Austin, Finn, and Elizabeth. I know. Is there anybody that's not boring on General Hospital? General Hospital may find itself canceled. No. The aforementioned had their moments in the sun for years. Carly will be, they just are writing bad writing for her. She'll be back. I'm not interested. Move on. As for Chase and Shasta, move on or fall victims of the hook attacker. Wow. Tanya. Man, I wouldn't wish that on Chase or Sasha. Can stomach can stomach either of them. They just aren't doing nothing with Chase. Nothing at all, really. Dominique says Carly plus Drew, major snooze fest. No matter how the producers and cameramen try to highlight this couple, they are so boring. And Richard said, agreed. Hello there says, I actually started dozing off during the Drew and Carly on the beach. I know. Thank God for fast forward. Drew saying that felt different, talking about a kiss. That felt different. He said, sounded like a 12-year-old having his first kiss. Total snooze fest right there. Can't they write better for them? Especially Drew. When, what was his name? Oh my goodness. I know his name so well. The first Drew after he was Billy Miller. When Billy Miller was Drew, they would never have written scenes like this for him because it's just not in his character. That's not in his character. Why they feel Cameron Matheson should be this boring and horrible, I do not know. Okay, they says he either needs to be taken off the show or recast as a better character. And then Richard said facts. Hello there says, yes, maybe they can recast him as a psychotherapist because he loves helping people, and General GH needs more hospitals. LaShanta says, I don't understand why everybody has a problem with Carly's storyline. She's dealing with her past and laid her mother to rest, but the whole NF Nixon Falls, I guess, storyline was so boring. I fast forwarded all the time. Well, so did I. Just like I'm fast forwarding Carly and Drew. So there we go. Anytime it's boring, we all do, because this with Carly and Drew is no go. Well, she's on her way home, but watch, people will still complain. If she has more scenes with Drew like this, you're doggone right we're gonna complain. So she can't win. I just want her to tell Drew about how she lied about Nina, Willow and Nina. He is not Jason. Victor thinks he's so smart. I hope Gladys will do right by Sasha because you know how money hungry she is. I know everyone needs to pull together to help Anna. Now, here's the thing about Carly. Unfortunately, remember, I had a fan, and I don't remember her name, who stopped watching my recaps because she says you're obviously Team Carly. I am definitely Team Carly. Carly is my favorite female character on General Hospital. However, the Carly and Drew storyline is a no-go. Carly and Lorenzo Alcazar, good storyline. Carly and Jax, good storyline. Carly and Jason, good storyline. Carly and AJ, they were never good. Oh, they were so volatile, just ridiculously horrible. Carly and Sonny, the last 6 times they were together, when we went through pretty much every actress version of Carly and Sonny is always going to be a good mix. They just are. The best partner for Carly to me is Sonny, and the best partner for Sonny is definitely Carly. Their chemistry is through the ages for me. It's kind of like Victor and Nikki on Young and the Restless. They, goodness, probably been married 6 times too, as well. But in their old age, this last time they got back together, they're probably going to keep them together because the actors are getting old now. But there's just nothing like Carly for Sonny. I even liked Sonny and Carly better than Sonny and Brenda. Brenda Barrett was just never one of my favorite characters at all. And then Lisa says, yeah, Nina had a criminal record. She and Franco did some bad stuff, like induces Ava's labor. Yeah. How stupid is the PCPD? They all, with the exception of Martin, know that this is Alex. Do you think Anna would look into the camera, really let her face be shown, and put all the evidence in her car? Victor running to the dock and was laughing, Lucy, where are you, Lucy? Holly is full of it. Hello, Robert. She won't talk about anything. She won't stay at the hospital. Oh, but she definitely will go out and have some dinner, right? You know, I don't know who I am, but I want to be in public and I want to say hello to all my friends and tell them all, I missed you so. I missed you so much. Let's see. Hello, Robert. She won't, okay. Something is weird about her. Now with the ADA Darden, is that her name? She's up to something. I remember about Laura and Martin. They were put in a safe house. Yes, they were. Austin's storyline had potential with the mob connection. They have dropped the ball on it. I think they're getting ready to get back to that. You are so funny. I look forward to your show. Yeah, you know what? Not that funny today because I didn't feel like it. That show was just pulling my teeth, but it was a little bit better than yesterday. I think Holly knows more than she's saying. Mind control memory loss theme is just BS. I think she's working right alongside of Victor. No, it definitely would have to be mind control. Holly would never work alongside Victor because she's always an undercover spy for the WSB. If she's doing anything undercover, she's trying to find out what Victor Cassadine is all about. But Victor would not even feel comfortable putting her out into the field, you know, really, because she's out in the field working for him, unless she was fully mind controlled. He's using her as a diversion to get Anna, definitely. And Ruth says, oh, that was Ruth that said, no, Ruth says, yeah, I think Cyrus Renault was the one that did that, but I wasn't spastic. Did they? Do they do that to also put it past Victor? Well, yeah, we wouldn't put it past Victor to be the one that did it as well, because it was blamed on Cyrus, but Cyrus swore to them it wasn't him, but whatever. I have to agree with you about one thing. Anna's too smart to hide evidence in her home or car. The ADA lady is a, yep, ooh, yeah, she's a little butthole, right? Anna Rihanna says, oops, sorry, GB. Because remember, I read it and I said, what is GB? She said, should have been GH. I binge watch GH on Saturday mornings with my coffee. So I follow all the week with your recaps and all your comments. Thank you so much. You do the best job with what with what they give me, but they have not been giving me much lately. And then Ruth says, no, you're not the only one that thinks that way. I do too. Peter, Lore, Victor, or Victor and Peter are about scumbags. Yeah, they are scumbags. Anna Rihanna says Drew and Carly can go off the beach now. Looks like the PCPD aren't the only ones that are clueless. I think the writers went to Disneyland for a day. You went through all that recapping today, and no one is thinking about Alex, that it is Alex, or how Anna's being set up by Victor when you prefer Trina and Rory to watching Carly and Drew. That says it all. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Hello there says, oh my God, so boring on the beach. Enough of them already. Anna Rihanna says, I know, get a boat, get a plane, get off the beach. Ruth says, no, I can't tell you if it's a 40 beach in Jacksonville. Yeah, I don't know. But I just want to see Carly and Drew get on. And I don't want to see them play doctor. Yeah. And then Ron says, I'm sorry, I fell asleep because I was so bored. It bored me today. The writers didn't seem to get it. The writers don't seem to get it. The writers are up to and are continually adding different people and forgetting the basics about crime scenes. Now, all of a sudden, Anna's sister comes back to life, and that's so-called ADA really is going to learn the hard way. She screwed up. Yep, she's big screw up. And then Sandy says, it was a beach near Santa Barbara or Santa Cruz, California. Okay. They could have done without those scenes. Drew does not fit. He just doesn't fit. The writers can recycle the same old storylines using different people. Now it's Anna being set up. For a few months ago, it was Trina. Victor's behind everything. This is amazing that no one has mentioned Alex. I know. Thank you so much for all of your comments on Comment Corner. I will be back tomorrow. Uh, uh, Hump Day Wednesday. Wednesday's never good. It just might be worse than today. Oh my God. Anyway, there we go. I will be back tomorrow for the next daily recap of General Hospital.